Hello and welcome, this is Jay Romes. Welcome back to another video. This game that I'm featuring, Killing Floor 2, is one of my new favorites that I've picked up on. And I first saw this on Jim Sterling's early access squirt videos. This video he uploaded not too long ago featured this game and how pretty fucking badass it was, and since I'm new to the series, I'm just gonna go over some of the basics and some of my preferences. So if you're a new follower, then click on, view on. But if you're an old timer and you know exactly what the fuck this is, then yeah, feel free to skip this video if you want. But this is just sort of my thoughts, so if you're interested in that as well, let's get into it. So, Killing Floor 2, where to start? Well, I pretty much went for a basic setup that I wanted to try out, something that the team didn't need to rely on quite as much, like the medic, and I'll be getting into the contents of the perks, not the perks that you're familiar with in other games, but the perks is basically classes in this game, and I'll be going over all the other ones in the game as well. But for me, I started out with Gunslinger because it's fairly self-explanatory. You got a slight I don't know, I guess you could say a new build with it, so I immediately went with that, so I didn't have to be a medic or anything like that, so I didn't have to be relied on with the team. And each class or perk has basic stats that they have for every 5 levels, or with every level, you get 4 or 5 or 6 or whatever bullets of a certain stat increase. For the Gunslinger, there's perk weapon damage, so the weapon that you should start off with that the Gunslinger is accustomed to, which is pistols, dual-wielding pistols, things like that, on their primary slot, Desert Eagles, the hand cannons, things like that. So, basically, after, I guess, every level, or just doing it, I suppose, just running with the game, playing the game, sprinting around, shooting and such, you do get perk weapon damage increases, percentage increases. Bullet resistance is one of the incremental stats you can increase. Movement speed, and weapon recoil. So, with those 4 things in mind, I totally went for it. I was like, okay, cool, this is just guns, guns, guns. Just use the dual wielding, use the grenade bombs, the nail bombs that they come with. Blow shit up, shoot shit. Sounds pretty self-explanatory. Movement speed, can't go wrong with that, right? And it's actually really fucking awesome, because you can use any weapon that you want, but in order to get the bonus XP for that class, if you want to level it up faster, you gotta use the weapons that they tell you to use, that you can get at the designated loadout stations. After every wave, it'll direct you to a different booth, so to speak, those blue booths that you saw there, those little teal booths that we're crowding around right now. And that'll allow you to buy different weapons, melee weapons, guns, all that kind of stuff. Basically, you can move around the map as you will, but you kind of have to stick with where the booth is telling you to go, and if you run out of time and the zombies start spawning around you while you're at one of the randomly located booths, you kind of have to fend in that area. I've noticed at times when the booth kind of switches up in different areas, different teammates, they'll kind of type, or they'll shout out or call out. They'll say, hey, you know what, let's lock down the other subway. It's much better to lock down that subway. And I'm like, okay, I'm just, tell me what to do, I'll fucking do it, man. But as you can see in this video, I kind of catch on fairly quick, and you can heal yourself. Every class, or every perk I should say, can heal itself. So I think that's a real bonus. And healing people in general will increase your medic perk as you do it. So the medic perk, I think when you level it up, it doesn't get quite as much XP, depending on the difficulty, as other perks, but by healing people, you do get that XP bonus. So you have the incentive and the need to actually heal people, which will eventually, level your perk, or your medic up. So, with that being said, the XP grind, it's thick, it's considerable. It's not slow, I would say, but it is, it's there. It's kind of a congestion. But I like that. Some people don't. Some people like easy leveling and constant things being thrown at them, and oh, you leveled up, well, congrats, awesome, fuck yeah, boom, 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 yeah, go, go. But this game really requires a lot of teamwork, a lot of skill, and a lot of focus on map control. The maps are medium to large sized maps. They're not your typical Call of Duty or even as big and massive as Battlefield, but they're somewhere really right in between. Great level design. I do like the level design, and it goes well with horror themes, horror elements, and zombie shooters in general. It adds a nice little wake-up call to the community, saying, "Hey, zombies are definitely still relevant. They're a dime a dozen. They're everywhere, all over Steam. But hey, this one's pretty fucking sweet." So, basically, as the gunslinger, I like to stick to really using dual wielding, because you do have a slight ammo capacity boost on that. And aiming is not terrible. If you have a decent coordination and a good sensitivity that you can work with, it ain't too bad. It's actually quite nice. So, that being said, the gunplay, pretty fucking awesome. Juicy, gory headshots. Juicy, gory bits all over the place as you and your allies get just worked on if you're not using good tactics and good teamwork. A lot of the times, I've seen on the lower difficulties, now this is more prevalent on the lower, maybe not the higher, but blocking off doorways and such, kind of is a hinder to your teammates sometimes. I've noticed people are just like, fuck it, they'll either do the typical zombies from old Call of Duty games where they'll just run around the map constantly, or there'll be, specified spots where people lock it down and hold it down. That being said, I can't highly recommend this game any higher. Like, this game is really fucking sweet. It's in early access on Steam. I say give it a go. This has been J Romes with another video. Check it out. Peace.